dig into talking about the different styles of expansion tanks, I just want to go ahead and hit one more important point when it comes to expansion of water. And you're going to see this diagram here that's up on the screen, and essentially what it's showing you is that as water expands, interestingly, there's two interesting points here. Number one, as water expands, the pipe is also expanding. So it turns out that if you look at this diagram, there's actually two lines on there. One is showing the expansion of water, and then one is showing the net expansion. Unfortunately, the pipe does not expand as much as the water is expanding. So you still need some way of accommodating that expansion. However, it does decrease the amount of expansion compensation that's going to be required. So that's what's called the net expansion of water. It's about a 0.25% difference. In the absence of your pipe expanding, 60 to 180 degree water would give you about 3% total expansion. But when we take into account that pipe, it's about a 0.25% less. So there's that. The other thing that's kind of interesting if you look at this diagram is that the expansion of water is quite non-linear. All right. Now, what I mean by that is that if you were to look at how much water expands when you heat it from 40 to 100 degrees over a 60 degree range, it's about 0.75% expansion. If you take the same 60 degree range or the same 60 degree span from 100 to 160 degrees, water expands about 1.5% over that range. So quite a bit difference there. As a result of this, when we figure out how much water is expanding, we have to go look at its specific volume and go into the water tables and actually figure that out. So important to keep in mind, when you're figuring out expansion of water, you've got to go to the tables and do it. It's quite nonlinear.